warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning. Alright, so today I will proceed on our second last topic, which is topic 11. I hope that everybody, students, teachers, stay safe, keep social distancing. Alright, so I hope that everybody clear and the slide can be also been seen by you all. Alright, so topic 11 is about cross-cultural consumer behavior on an international perspective. As you know, for those who are already into the subject international with me, actually this topic is some part that actually related to our syllabus in international business. Alright, so we're moving on to the second slide. Okay, under this topic objective, alright, so after studying this topic, the student should be able to, number one, define the imperative to be multinational. When we're talking about to define the imperative to be multinational, what actually that the factor influence you to involve in the multinational. Multinational means how actually one country to the another country able to expand their product and services, for example exporting, importing to other country, to or from other country. Alright, and then explain the cross-cultural consumer analysis, and then the third one discuss the alternative multinational strategy, global versus local. Alright, so as you can see the next slide, this is about under what circumstances would this English language advertisement affect affluent consumer from largely non-English speaking country, meaning to say they do not have um, what we call a certain of the country, okay, they didn't have use English as their lingua franca, okay, so that's why what they do, they also believe that by imposing and by enhancing these English language acts to affect them. But at the same time, we will then deeper in this topic. They used to have multiple instead of the same advertising, but they have a different language. For example, they have Spanish language, okay, in order to attract for those who are non-English speaking countries. All right. So the first one, the imperative to be multinational. What factor, what influence, what triggered to go for multinational? All right. So number one is obviously it's about global trade agreement. Okay. If you learn in my subject international business, we have EU, European Union, we have NAFTA. NAFTA is referring to North American Federation Trade Agreement, okay, which is referring to US, Canada, and Mexico in their trade relation, meaning to say this country in under one continent, because there is consisting of the three countries, US, Canada, and Mexico is a North American. So they have doing their own transaction within their continent under North American NAFTA, North American Federation Free Trade Agreement, right? And then within emerging markets, okay, as I also mentioned in my class, in other classes, in IB class, emerging market adalah bermaksud negara-negara yang akan atau sedang membangun, the country that actually in the process to developing. Okay, so this is consisting like Brazil, Russia, India, and China. So the acronym is BRIC. Okay, and acquiring exposure to other countries. Okay, this is regards to how we want actually to acquire some exposure of the culture from another country, because let's say we are expanding a certain products, okay, we want to export our products to other country that, for example, like China, we have to know what is the do and don'ts, what's the culture that actually permissible in their country, what is a culture maybe not permissible in their country. So that's why we have to know about the exposure, okay. So mostly it's done by expatriate. Mostly the company will sending their executive in order to do some market survey, to know how do and don'ts, what is permissible, not permissible to do that. And then the country of the origin effects, meaning to say this is actually certain from them. Okay, so as you can see, they have many flags here, representative of all the country around the world here. Okay, so we move to the next slide. Okay, this slide actually, I think that is similar. Sorry, it's very obviously that you are familiar, not familiar, familiar. Okay, so as you can see from here, we have Coca-Cola, we have IBM International, International Business Machine, we have Microsoft, we have GE, General Electric, we have Nokia, Toyota, Intel, McDonald's, Disney, and Google. And if you really see and realize, okay, this 1 to 10 product is totally product from US, okay, and this product is actually why it's stated as the best global brand because every customer will, I obviously said that they will remember and they will know what is this product all about, okay. So we move on to the next one, okay. So this is about the country of the origin effects, or we call as COE, okay, or COO, okay. So country of origin effects, in terms of what is the positive effect, okay. So the first one is that in here, many consumer may take into consideration the country of origin of the product. So meaning to say, the customers still have to take consideration when they want to buy a certain product. Number one question is, where is this product come from? Okay, example, Proton, where is come from? Malaysia. IKEA product, where is come from? Sweden. So the customer will have something like 4W1H, okay, what, when, why, and who, where, and then hey, how, okay, for example, because they have to take the into consideration when they are buying the product. And then we have the country of the origin commonly, okay, we have France, okay, for example, they say in here, they give example, France, they are very familiar. Okay, they are very famous with their wine, fashion, perfume. Okay, and Italy, they have very popular with their pasta, carbonara, bolognese that you do, right? Okay, and then designer clothing. Okay, Italy, and we have furniture, shoes, and the sports cars from Italy. And Germany, we have cars, tools, and machinery. And Japan, we have cameras and consumer electronics. If you realize, the two below there, Japan and Germany, this is actually developed, okay, developed country. They actually, when there is a new innovation invention, there will be testing in their country. Because why they are very developed. If they say like we recently know what is Grab services, we recently know what Food Panda. Actually, they are already 10 years before, or maybe 5 years before us, okay, regards to this food delivery and so forth, because they are more standard from us. Okay, and consumer will differ in their perceived image of the product based on the country of origin. Okay, this is some of the example. COO often makes it easier for consumer to make decisions, of course, because we are talking about consideration, what you need, what you want, right? And then, for example, it might be easier, okay, to pick a wine if you just choose a French wine because you know France is known for its natural beauty. I don't know if you know, but this is what they show, because they say here, researcher has shown the time between NFC and need for detection and the country of the origin assessment, right? So we're moving to the next one, okay. They are talking about the country of origin effects again, but what is the negative effect? Okay, some consumer have animosity. Animosity means dislike, hatred. Okay, they have something like the reason to I don't like this country. Because why? To another country, because number one, People's Republic of China has the animosity to Japan. Okay, because if you still remember during the World War II before, there is a conflict between this. I think that during this Hiroshima attack, okay, there is a between the two because we have in China, maybe, they have Japanese already attacked those Chinese, okay, during this war. So this is regards to the World War 2 years ago. So um, that's why the aging will go. Previously, the history really gives some big impact. Okay, regards to the trade relations and so forth. And then Jewish consumer avoid German's product. This is also, if you also still remember, and they have some certain issue regards to this because during this Hitler time, okay, Germany those Hitler, okay, this guy killing those Jewish. There is a reason why, because according to what he said that one day if you stop killing these Jewish, okay, the Jewish will conquer the world. Okay, so this has been stated, and then what happened today, 99% Jewish, okay, is actually monopolies those uh, business in the world. Okay, so this is true by Hitler said. Okay, because Hitler is not Jewish. Okay, all right. New Zealand and Australian consumer boycott French product also regards to during this World Time World War. Okay, so that's why they boycotting French product. So you can see from here, the red color notes. Okay, that have been stated why the reason. Okay, they have this. Okay, and then why do most global airlines stress peppering business travelers in their ads? Okay, upscale international business travelers share much in common, whether you ride using Malaysia Airlines, Lion Airlines, okay, Singapore Airlines, sorry, Malindo, or maybe you're using like UK Airlines, okay, whatever. uh, Number one rules they will might be take care their first what we call VVIP high end customer, because business travelers they are using frequently this airline, so they have to take care of them and just pampering them like a baby. Because why? Because they are loyal customer. We are talking about the frequency income that might be come and profit is come from this customer. All right, so we go to the next one, the other country of the origin effects. A Mexican study uncovered there have three elements. Okay, we have the country of design COD, country of assembly COA, and country of parts. Okay, country of design, for example, if you ask me Volkswagen, if you ask me Toyota, okay, so where is the country come from? So for example, Volkswagen is from Germany. So the design is from Germany. Toyota is from Japan. And then how about the country of assembly? Okay, I take example like Suzuki Swift. They also have the assembly part in this Malaysia. They actually origin design from Japan, but they assemble parts in Pahang. Okay, Pahang factory line. That is country of assemble, because the product that you get, for example, like a car, origin from the country itself more expensive compared to you assemble in another second country. Example just now, let's say like I take like Suzuki is from Japan, and then if you take the car original from Japan, it will be costly compared that you take it from Pahang, because Pahang they already assemble it in here. Okay, and country of parts these certain of the spare parts, okay, they might be taken in a different country. For example, I think like I remember long time ago I have the Gen 2, okay, Campro engine. This is not come from Malaysia. Campro is come from uh France. Okay, so the certain engines they come from the different of the country. Okay, so we're moving to the next one, the conceptual model of COD and COM. Okay, the first one they say in here, they are what mostly the country okay used to. Okay, number one, they will participate in the mass market. They will go beyond the premium to achieve the skill in distribution, manufacturing, and brand building. Because in the mass market, sorry, the mass market, mostly they will do some survey, they will do some observation. Okay, and number two, we will have localize the 4 P's. Okay, remember we have product, price, place, promotion. So in here, the product, localized product on the basis of the consumer insight, and then we have the placement, master the dynamics of the local distribution and placement. And for the price at the sweet spots, meaning to say what is actually the attention, the most attractive price to the consumer, and then promote invest aggressively to promote the brand. Okay. And the third one, we manage the cost aggressively. They have to avoid too much specification. Okay, so that's why, because why specification is more costly compared to mass product, because mass product is standardized. So meaning to say, you're not actually following each of the consumer segment market. You get what I mean or not? It means like this. If I want my dress, I want you to design my dress like this. So that one we call as specification, customize. But if let's say we buy, for example, school uniform, you have to buy it. You don't have choice because it's standardized. Everybody using the same, unless you are maybe schooling at the private school. So you have maybe your own, or maybe don't have a uniform after all. But I'm talking about right now in the government school, we have to use the same of uniform school. That is standardized. And then localized management and sourcing. We're talking about how you want to make sure to the management is localized, meaning to say you have to hire the local people to be a part of your team because they know better. Okay, how the culture do and don'ts and so forth, especially in China. And then reduce the overhead. Okay, reduce overhead in here, meaning to say they have to make sure they use fully utilize the overhead, meaning to say not too much using human labor. For example, they use more on machinery, for example, because they have to, it's very sensitive in terms of the cost to pay the employees and so forth. And then build the local team. Just now I already mentioned to you all. Number one, empower the local management and minimize the regional spend of the breakers. So in here you have to empower who is your people. The more local people that you taken, you hire, the more actually you save the risk. Because why? Because you have to know you are operating in the different country. So the right people who know the country itself is their people. And then provide the local management with the global career path and significant training. Of course, training is very important. And then ensure the expatriates, just now I already told you, expatriate is the executive being sent in order to explore the country that you want to do the business, and then ensure they have the long-term commitment. So mostly expatriate, they are very, very talented people. They can open the branch, they have to do the setup, and they make sure they're already familiar with all those things, and then they start to bring their people originally from HQ to come here, for example. So yeah, okay, to be like an expatriate, you have to involve lots on the international business. And then number five, we have acquire selectively, broaden distribution base. Okay, obtain the local products, of course, because local product and brand might be relate again to your what we call the cost. Okay, the cost of production, especially when we're talking about terms of I don't remember the terms. Is we call that the more maximize the products, the lower the cost. So economies of scale. That one is very important. And then tap into the local talent supply. Of course, as I mentioned just now, you have to hire the right people for your company and create the low cost structure. Okay, and the last one, stay the course. Consider dedicated emerging market organization and sustain the investment while targeting the near-term profitability. All right. So we're moving on to the next one. Okay. 11.2. The second subtopic is about cross-cultural consumer analysis. So under cross-cultural consumer analysis, okay, what is cross-cultural consumer analysis? The efforts to determine to what extent the consumer of the two or more nations are similar or different. So meaning to say in here, we analyze whether in the several of the countries that we expanding our product or services, whether they have similarity. If you're talking about, let's say, in ASEAN country, majority they have significantly similar. Compare you go to maybe in Western country or Europe continent, or maybe you go to Japan, or maybe you go some part of the another like Middle East country, they have totally different from the ASEAN country. So they say in here, the similarity and differences between consumer in several nations is important when deciding whether or not to enter the foreign market. So meaning to say you do some analysis, market market research in order to know whether you can cope or not with their culture. Okay, the analysis carefully consider the psychological, social, and cultural similarities and differences among the people. Alright, so we're moving to the next one. What actually they analyze? Okay, number one, they have actually 4 issues here: similarity and differences among the people, the growing global middle class, the global tea market, and also the alteration. Okay, what is the similarities and also differences? Okay, the greater the similarity between nations, the more feasible to use the relatively similar marketing strategies. I truly indeed this one because why? Because it make the marketers and also the country or the company itself to more easier. Because why? Because they have similarity in terms of implementation, culture, psychological, attitudes, behavior. Okay, and then the marketers often speak to the same types of the consumer globally. Because we are talking about how actually they have in terms of the same of their characteristic, okay, in terms of the consumer, okay. In ASEAN, the character is like this, okay, so it's almost same, even they go for global. As the basis of similarity, okay, let's give example in here, we versus I. We referring to the groupism or collectivity uh, uh, culture yang suka dalam berpasukan, kerja dalam group. Okay, compared to I culture is more independent. They want to show that in terms of they have more talented, they're capable to do alone without get any help from the another team member. This is shown something like leadership. If you I culture, meaning to say you are more tendency to become leader. But if you are we culture, mostly you are tendency to become follower or you tendency to become those employees. Okay. All right. And then okay, we go to the next one. Okay, this is the comparison of the Chinese and American cultural traits. Okay, according to the text, this is what they compare. Okay, as you can see, in the right side is American cultural traits versus on the left side is the Chinese cultural traits. Okay, so in the Chinese cultural traits, they are centered on the Confucian doctrine. Confucian is not confused, huh? Confucian is Confucianism, meaning to say they implement, they are practicing Confucian, meaning to say more on military, okay, more on military, and also they believe they have to actually believe their leader. Confucianism is like there is element in the Buddhism inside there, but what I'm trying to say, they have doctrine on Confucianism, meaning to say they have to be loyal to their country. They have to be loyal to their leader. They have to be a good follower. Okay. So you see the second one, submissive to the authority. Meaning they are obey to the rules. Sami'na. What is this? Sami'na wa ata'na. So meaning to say they have to make sure that they are submissive. Submissive meaning to say you give everything all out to your authority. You believe on your authority. And then ancestor worship. Okay, ancestor worship meaning to say from one generation is, let's say your father is a king, so you will actually inherited. Okay, inherited maksudnya mewarisi. Okay, orang kata keturunan, pangkat dan kuasa tu. Okay, so ancestor worship, and then value a person duty to family and state. Okay, of course for them family is number one, because they believe the leader of the family is like, they say they are father who are working, right? So this father should actually have the value a person duty to family and state. So we have to respect this person because this person is giving the big and responsibility to the family and also to the state, to the country generally. Okay, so for the American cultural traits, okay, of course mostly American, they are not selfish, but because that is their culture, they are more individual centered. Okay, individual centered in here, they are more on individualism, like just now centered on Confucian doctrine I told you, right? Because they are in military, in community of groupism, so they are believe on their own group. their own people, their own unit, their own community. They don't believe others. Okay, because they are confusion. Okay, and then for American, they are individual centered. They believe themselves. Ku anta, be yourself. Okay, and then they emphasizing on the self reliance. Okay, so this is what I told you just now. They are more independent. Okay, and then they are also primary faith in rationalism. Okay, when we're talking about primary faith in rationalism, meaning to say um, they have the trust. Okay, in terms of compared to say that they are only just thinking about what people give them right. Okay, they will actually think it in the such of whether it's rational or not. Okay, I give very simple example. They said, okay, they said, right? They said what? The what we call our planet, okay, our Earth is what we call circle, right? Is sphere, but some said is oval. Because this kind of the thinker who are rationalism, they believe because we are living in the flat, okay, we have flat land, okay, we have our house on here, so they're thinking on the rationalism, the world, the earth is oval size. So this is those the left thinker because they are more on rationalism, and then they are values the individual personality because we are talking about um in terms of the individual personality from one to one. Okay, because in terms of if you do and perform better, people will appreciate you because people see your capability. Okay, all right, and then um wait, I have some to do here. Okay, so we're moving to the next one. Okay, the second, how they analyze. Okay, the growing global middle classes. Okay, so this is about the growing in Asia, like South America. We have Asia, Eastern Europe. The marketers should focus on this market. If you ask me why middle, why should be we focusing on this middle class growing lower because they are growing, mereka berkembang. That's why they need to focus on this kind of middle class market because they want to actually know who is the right person. They want to segmentate their market. Siapakah orang-orang yang sepatutnya mereka fokus untuk segmentkan market mereka, because we are talking about who is their target market, who the segmented market, who what is any positioning that we can use, because this is a very important in the marketing. We call this one STP lah, okay, segmentation, consumer behavior, right? Segmentation, positioning, and also targeting. All right. So we're moving to the next one. You can read here. Okay, they have the extra note there. Okay, the global teen. Okay, the global teen market. Why global teen market is very important? Yes, because they also growing, and these some people, generation, they want the latest one. They want what is actually the most giving like trendy, okay, update. Okay, they don't want to buy the old things. Okay, they want everything might be following the trend. Okay, that is them. Okay, so when we're talking about this thing, okay, the interesting thing about the tea market is the similarity things share even when they live in the vastly different country. Okay, I living in Malaysia, you living in UK, the another of friends maybe living in Korea. So we are sharing through what? Social media. So the latest everything that the another country using, we also will use it. Even though maybe the certain timeline might be differ, maybe around 1 year, 2 years, as I mentioned just one, if in Japanese and also Germany, those people already do used to like this kind of food delivery 10 years ago, we already recently used. But after now during this COVID time, I believe that everybody use these kinds of ways, right? So it's what? Because it's spreading, okay? Like everywhere know about that, okay? And then the last one we have the acculturation. Okay, what is acculturation? The acculturation is when someone is moving from one country to another country, and they have to actually go through that we call as acculturation process. They have to learn about the new of the custom, ritual, and attitude. I believe you have, like in IIC itself, we have the foreign student, we have those Africans, okay, we have Nigerians, and then we have those Chinese, okay, we have those some of your friends from what we call from Bangladesh, okay, from some say from Maldives, okay. So you have to actually learn about the culture in Malaysia. If let's say we are going to the other country also, to their country also, we have to learn their country. Marketers must put themselves through the acculturation process before trying to market a new country, of course, because you have to go through about this. And if they don't truly understand the values, the belief, and the custom of the society, they cannot really market the product effectively. So the most hook by crook, the most important thing, you have to do the market survey. As the expatriate being sent by the company, this is the thing that you have to alert and alarm yourself, because we are talking about what? We are talking about what you should do. Okay, what you should do. Okay. Um. Yeah. All right. So we go to the next one. Okay. Differences in research analysis. Okay. Issue in cross cultural. Okay, so number one, when we're talking about differences in language and meaning, okay, example words or concept may be not mean the same in the two different countries. I already told this one in the class, right? But because this is the video lecture, I have also to tell it. I'm not cursing, but this is the things that we have um, to access. Okay, we have to access. Okay, wait, because some can have the problem. Sorry. Okay. So, okay, we proceed first, okay? So words or concept may be not mean on the same in the two different country. So let's say like this. In Indonesia, butuh, B-U-T-U-H, B-U-T-U-H is referring to needs, okay? But when um but when we talking about in Malaysia, butuh means that you are cursing. Cursing words is negative word. So when Malaysian heard Indonesian say, saya butuh kamu, kamu butuh aku, so meaning that are you cursing us? So two concept, one words, okay, maybe concept is not same with the two different countries. So it will be have different in language and meaning. Okay. Okay. Differences is market segmentation opportunity in terms of their income, their social class, age, and sex, and the target customer may be differ dramatically in the two different countries. Okay. So in terms of the income, okay, it might be also will be totally different because in terms of the social classes, because your income will actually regards to your social class, and in terms of your age also will different because your age, baby boomers, generation X, generation Y, we totally have a different in terms of buying a certain of product. Okay, and also gender. Gender, when you are, which one is product for men, for female, okay, and differences in the consumption patterns. In terms of the two countries may differ substantially in the level of consumption use of product or services. Okay. Um, I remember one time my friends is sharing to me in Dubai. Even though you are only buying one only what we call piece of prata, they're willing to actually share sending services this food to your house. Okay, one prata right now maybe costly around 150 or 2 ringgit, but even one prata they able to do this kind of services to your house. But it's different from our country. I do not know how about this during COVID time, but I believe that you must have a minimum order, right? That allowed you to do these services. And so do in Dubai, they allow you also to take your something like your clothes for Dobi. But in here, we are sending our clothes to Dobi. So in terms of the consumption pattern is different because in Dubai, mostly they are high cost in terms of the in terms of their living. Okay. Alright. Okay. I have to hold it a bit, student. I have a problem, some problem here. Okay. You have to wait for me for a while. It's okay because we have one more in here. Okay. I have to do some adjusting here. Maybe I should just continue, right? Okay. So, okay, where are we? Okay, just now we go to the next one. Okay. In terms of differences, in the criteria for evaluating product and services. Okay. So, they say example here, the benefits sought from a service may differ from country to country. Just now also just I told you about um what we call that they have a different, okay, in terms of from country to country, because how the evaluation been done. Okay, so in terms of the next one, okay, we're talking about the benefits sought from a service from the different from country to country. Okay, maybe I should take example like this. Um yeah, what kind of service? Okay, they have a different in our country and also other country in terms of the benefit. Okay, maybe let's see. Okay, certain country, they still also when you want to fuel the petrol, you still have the people assistant to help you to fuel the petrol. Compared to Malaysia, we have to do our own. Nak isi minyak dekat negara lain masih lagi ada pembantu yang mengisi minyak tu. Berbeza dengan negara kita yang kita kena buat sendiri. And so the certain other country also, they still not have this 24 hours self-dobbing, self-service dobbing. But in our country, it's already have. So this is the differences in the criteria for evaluating product and services. Different from country to country. Okay, differences in economic and social condition and family structure. The style of the family decision making may vary significantly from country to country. Okay, so example, in Malaysia, mostly we rely on the parents to make some decision for the family until they are married for the children. But in another country, for example like US, even though you still not married, you have your own way to do the decision making, because in there they believe on the capability on their children, their kids, to be independent. It's different. In China also the same thing. In China they are like ASEAN. We still rely on the parents on how to we decide something until we married. Then if we married, then we have to let go. Mean you not let go, meaning to say you have to do your own way. Okay, and then differences is marketing research and condition, the types and the quality of retail outlets, and also direct mail list may vary greatly among the countries. So this is regard to the certain of the marketing research and the condition, and then differences in the marketing research and possibility. Okay, there's now marketing research and condition regards to direct mail. Okay, maybe they're sending email. Okay, maybe they're sending some letter. And then differences in the marketing research possibility. The availability of the professional consumer researcher may vary considerably from country to country. Okay, so in terms of the marketing research process, okay, maybe they have certain of the services come from the professional to do that. Okay, okay, and then all right. So wait, Miss kena, I have to hold for a while. Can you please wait for me? For a while, They have pause here for a while. Huh? Wait, huh? Sekejap, ya. Ada iklan pula kita ni. Okay, we continue. There is some interaction. Sorry, yeah. Okay, so we go to the next one. Okay, so this is the last subtopic for this topic. Okay, 11.3. Okay, so we have the alternative multinational strategy, global versus local. Okay, so in here, as you can see from the red color notes, okay, some marketers will argue that since people are becoming more alike in so many countries, that one marketing strategy with some small adjustment in language are cost effective and a better idea. Okay, so other marketers believe there are national borders and that marketing strategies must stay local. Okay, of course. I believe one. Some say it's about local. Go for global, but you are maintaining the local. Meaning to say, not everything that we have to be globalized. Not everything that we have to change because at a certain point we have to also maintaining what is traditionally, what is the culturation that we have to have sensitivity within our country. Okay, so in here they have favoring a world brand, the global brand difference. Okay, they have a few points here. Multinational reaction to the brand expansion, adaptive global marketing framework for assessing multinational strategy. All right. So as you can see, what is the world brand? If you ask me, what is the world brand? World brand is about international brands. Okay. So when we're talking about the world brands, are often created with very high-end products targeted to an affluent market. But beyond this, other marketers, including P&G, have moved to a world brand for the small percent of their product portfolio. Okay, so products they are manufactured, packaged, and the position the same way regardless of the country in which they are sold. Okay, so yeah, it depends actually because we are talking about those things. Okay, so we have to make sure that um basically this world product they have shown certain of empathy, certain that wow, this is product from maybe international country, this is imported product, so it's quite rare. If we come talking about the manufacturer, the packaging, the position, and sometimes the language itself, they will be totally different. So we can actually realize that okay, not all the product in this world will have the same like standardized product. Even the function is same, but how it do that STP will be totally different, especially the positioning part in terms of how they do the packaging, how they make sure that the customer understood what the product purpose, okay, the features. All right, I'm quite like yeah, shocking, right? But yeah, it's okay. All right. So why does on of the world most highly regarded wristwatch brand use a single global advertising strategy, only varying the language? The same as I mentioned before, if you remember, the same advertisement, however, the different language. On the left side is the Spanish language. Sorry, on the right side is Spanish language here. Okay, and the right side, and the left side, I also like confused here. Um, on the right side is the Spanish language. On the left side is the English language. Which one might be better? It's both because you have to actually market your products in another country that sometimes they are not very sensitive towards the English as the lingua franca. Dia tak menggunakan English tu sebagai bahasa perantaraan. Jadi bila dia tengok iklan tu, when they see the advertisement, it's something like just see a blank paper because they don't understand. But when they have the Spanish language, they're able to understood it well. Okay, so this is something like the cross-border diffusions of the popular culture. Okay, they have general consumption branding, and you can see how the feedback of branding. They have promotion direct, indirect. Okay, and then they have early adopter, and then high branding potential and brand building. Okay, so this is the model. You can read your own in the long note. Also, they have more elaboration on this. All right. So are the global brands different? The answer is yes, totally. According to the survey, they say yes. So the global brand have the quality signal. This is not saying that, but majority dominant, okay, saying that quality product mostly come from the global brands. Because why? Because the country they want to export the product, they have to make sure that the product is give some impact because the product is like ambassador duta to the country that this product is come from. For example, from Japan, it should be a quality product because it shows that the quality of Japanese is very good. Example, because the brand is a global, consumer worldwide must believe it, so it must be a good quality. So they have stigma or they have perception. Branded world brand must be good quality product. Okay, and then global myths. The global myths characteristic is related to how consumers feel about themselves. The global brand make them feel like a citizens of the world, whereas the local brand give them less power and identity. So this is what we call as how they feel about themselves. Okay, and then the last one, social responsibility. Finally, global brand tends to show more on the social responsibility from the local brand. Okay, um yeah, because global brand they have their target and sometimes they have a requirement like SOP, because they have to fulfill to must do social responsibility, CSR, in order to have a good business plan, a good business image to the people or the citizen or the consumer around the world. Even like you say, Coke. Okay, they do CSR, they do donation, they do like Nike. Even though people complaining about they do something like discrimination pay, very low pay to their workers in China, but they do also some donation, free shoes to those kids who are going to school for the needy kids. Okay, so this is how they do the CSR. Okay, and then yeah, we go to the next one. Multinational reaction to the brand extension. Okay, so in here, brand extension ni brand yang disekalikan, yang dikouplekan, okay, yang ada extension. A global brand does not always have success with the brand extension. So example, they have Coke brand extension and the Coke popcorn. Eastern culture so fit and accepted the brand extension. Kalau go to cinema, TGV for example, GSC, you drink Coke must be together with the popcorn. But I do not know whether they have the Coke brand, the drink of course the Coke, but the brand for the popcorn mostly is come from the cinema itself, right? But in here they said they have the Coke brand with the Coke popcorn. And some Western, their culture see there is not fit, okay? So how the way they are thinking is depend on the culture itself. Some say fit, some say not fit, okay? Alright, and then we go to the next one. Adaptive global marketing, okay? Adaptations of advertising message to the specific value of the particular culture. So this is how they do global marketing. McDonald's using the localization. Example, Ronald McDonald is Donald McDonald in Japan. They used to change the name. And Japanese menu includes corn soup, okay, and green tea in milkshake. So that is in Japan. And I can give several of example. If you go to India, they don't have like Big Mac because, as you know, Hindus is prohibit to eat a meat, right? So they come up with the Maharaja Big Mac. Okay, so Maharaja Big Mac is known as like a veggie patty. Dia macam pergedil lah, tapi dalam sayur, okay. And they also have the tola burger like that. Okay, that is in India. And then we also have in what we call in Philippines, okay, the McDonald is come out with using like they have spaghetti. In Malaysia, if realized also during Chinese New Year we have what we call prosperity burger, okay, and then we have a porridge, and also we have nasi lemak. So that is initial dish representing global marketing, but local. You go for global, maintaining the local. So people say, oh, nasi lemak, where is nasi lemak come from? From Malaysia. So when the foreigner come here, they might be shocked. I see once, the couple of the foreigner, oh, they have rice here in McDonald's. They say, yeah, because they shocked. They have nasi lemak. Okay. Alright. So they say in here often best to combine local and local marketing strategy. That's true indeed. I agree on that statement because we have to combine it to make sure that your local people is accepting your product. I mean to say that the another country when you expanding the product, their local people is accepting your product. Okay. Alright, and then we have framework for assessing multinational strategy. We have local, global, local, and also mixed. Mixed meaning global plus local. Alright, so in here we have framework for the alternative global marketing strategies. We have communication strategy versus they have two here, communication strategy and also the product strategy. Okay, we have localized products. Okay, so when you go for global strategy, uniform products, uniform message. Okay, and then mixed strategy, we have uniform products, customized message. Okay, mixed strategy, we have customized products, uniform message. Okay, and then local strategy, we have customized product, customized message. Okay, so yeah, we go to the next one, the cross-cultural psychographic segmentation. The only ultimate truth possible is that, okay, humans are both deeply and the same obvious different. Deeply the same and obviously different. This is the best way of the looking at the global marketing by examining the psychographic groups. Okay. So they say in here, for example, the percent of the US female population that works outside the home. So meaning working career women. And it's the same as the percent of the Japanese female population. So they are same. Japanese and also US female. But when we look at the psychography of this group, we find that they have a different consumer behavior and attitude towards the certain product. Of course, how the way the environment itself, as you can see, like Japanese, they are very, very alert, very sensitive about the hygiene. Okay, uh, especially if you realize that if like in a common situation, mostly they are hygiene maybe 100%, but during the COVID, they give 200% of the level hygienist of them. So we go to the next one, six global consumer segment. Okay, we have strivers, and then we have devotees, we have altruists, we have intimates, fun seeker, and also creative. Okay, when we're talking about the strivers are ambitious and very materialistic. Okay, and the devotees meaning to say they are very responsible and respectful. And the altruists are unselfish in their concern for others. And the intimates meaning to say they are social relationship, meaning to say they are user friendly. Can I say that like this? Okay, I repeat again. Strivers, they are more like a person who are very ambitious and very materialistic. Okay, devotees, they are more responsible. Okay, they are responsible and very respectful. And then for the altruists, they unselfish. Unselfish in here meaning to say they are already concerned about others. Okay, let's say maybe I have got my fever or maybe I'm coughing. So do you want some tissue or do you want some mask or you want extra? So if we see something like people sick, for example, like during except for the condition during this COVID, of course we might be more. Yeah, we might asking what happened. Maybe look like sick, maybe stomach ache, okay? And then we have intimates just now. They have a very focus on the social relationship, and they are fun seeker. They look very young in the age because they are happy-go-lucky, okay? And then they are very creative. Creative, they are seeking the knowledge and have interest in the book and new media. So very creative. They are thinking out of the box. This is how my perception. If you're asking me, who is the creative person? Creative person maybe they want to be ranked different from others. Yeah, how the way they think also different from others. So I'm done. It's almost 1 hour of our lecture today. Thank you so much because we have some of information just now. We have some advertisement. Yeah, I have to take some particular important thing to do. Okay. Okay, so I end my discussion today. So the rest you can see what might be important in the conclusion. Think global, act local. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Stay safe, stay healthy, and Assalamualaikum. Bye. See you soon on the next chapter. I will do that the what we call the next chapter, the last chapter I will do also like this. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.